What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. There's a story that I thought you guys might appreciate today. It is from thejasminebrand.com, and they're talking about how Keri Hilson has recently done an interview where she talks about being open to the possibility of collaborating with Beyonce in the future, which is a far cry from the original Keri Hilson that debuted like a little over 10 years ago today. So when Keri was introduced on the scene, she was instantly successful because she had been spending years as a songwriter, writing a lot of really successful songs for other artists, including Beyonce. And so I guess she allowed it to go to her head a little bit too much, and she started dissing other people, including Beyonce and Ciara, for what seemed to have been no real reason. I've never heard of Beyonce certainly looking for a beef with anybody. I was going to say Ciara as well, but I do recall a little tiff between Ciara and Rihanna back in the past. Remember when Ciara talked about how she was too busy to continue engaging in her beef with Rihanna because she had a performance at a stadium to perform at. Then Rihanna clapped back with "Good luck booking that stage that you speak of." You know, there was that. But on the Beyonce front, I really don't know what happened. So getting into some of the disses this. It really was a bad look. And that wasn't even like the first time that she had kind of gone against Beyonce and, been caught kind of like red-handed. She, of course, denied that and claimed that, oh, it's not what it sounds like. It's just lyrics, blah, blah, blah. But when you see To the Left and someone's got like a huge hit song with the words "to the left" in it, you are not as slick as you want to think that you are. Like, people are hip to this. They know exactly what it is that you're doing. So what I'm about to do here, you guys, is I'm going to share a video. So around this time, Keri was on the red carpet. And so what she did was wind up at this magazine station. And this magazine is very common in red carpets. What they do is they ask celebrities to hold up magazines and like give shout outs to, like whatever it might be that they want to kind of, promote. And so they gave all these celebrities a magazine with Beyonce on the cover. You've got Lance Groves and other like big names you're going to see in this video. And they all held it up very happily and gave their shout outs and everything. But when they got to Keri Hilson, guess what it was that Keri Hilson did? In the middle of the heat of everything, where people were like starting to notice all the little jabs that she was taking at Beyonce, she decided to kind of keep that beef going by literally snubbing Beyonce here on the red carpet. And so I'm going to press play. You guys check it out and we'll see. Amber Rose did it. See, there's Lance Gross. Yep.
Going on with the magazine. And just shout out Juicy Neck.
See?
Going on with the magazine.
Who is it? Yeah.
Shout out Juicy Neck.
Then she sees Beyonce. And then all of a sudden, no, she can't hold the magazine. It was a very clear diss towards Beyonce. So when all of this was happening, you know, the heat was too much for Keri at that point. And so she started to kind of cry victim, you know, when it was her the whole time who had been pushing this one-sided beef against Beyonce for literally, no one knows why. It just started one day that she decided to kind of like take it upon herself to create some sort of drama with Beyonce. So after this magazine diss that I just showed you guys, the Beehive, she had rattled the Beehive so hard that this is a rumor. I did not see CDs flying with my own eyes, so I'm not going to say it like it's for certain, but it was rumored that whenever Keri Hilson would perform at concerts, Beyonce fans would throw Beyonce CDs at her. And so like it was a huge, huge thing. And then Keri had to come out publicly and like beg people to leave her alone. I don't recall her ever publicly apologizing to Beyonce for continuously like dissing her on the low or whatever, but she did come out begging people to leave her alone. There was rumors that Beyonce had her blacklisted or something like that. And that's why she stopped kind of like appearing on the radios. Before this, Keri was huge, you guys. Like she had like one of the strongest debuts I'd ever seen of a new artist. Like she had, what was it? Pretty Girl Rock, Turning Me On, like Slow Dance. She had so many good songs that were hits. People loved her. She was beautiful. Like she had everything to be a huge pop star. But, you know, it was this clout chasing off of Beyonce that really caused her to kind of lose it all, in my opinion. And so now the Jasmine brand caught up with Keri. And they asked her a little bit about, you know, the relationship with Beyonce and everything. And then Keri talks about how Beyonce is the one who apparently reached out to her. Like, to me, this is peak Keri. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah, well, Beyonce kind of reached out to me or whatever. It's like, okay, well, you're the one who'd been clocked for dissing her all these years. Why did you not reach out to her? Why are you bragging about the fact that the quote unquote victim in all of this is the one that reached out to you? You look like a douchebag in that point, you know, like it doesn't come off well on you. So anyway, this is what the Jasmine brand has on their website. They said that 12 years after the feud, Keri is now saying, Beyonce actually introduced herself. It was a gracious moment. I appreciated it. I feel like she understood what had happened, what had transpired, and that there was a bit of healing in that moment when we met. I take her as very intuitive and a very intuitive kind of soul, as am I. Really? Is that why you never reached out? You know, all these like fake empaths running around. I'm an empath. I'm this, I'm that. Well, why don't you apologize to someone that you hurt then? 12 years ago, 12 years, you let this go on. And this person is coming to you and you're talking about, yeah, she's intuitive, just like me, sensitive. Oh, please. I think it would be a very fun experience to do that, being a collaboration, if she were open. I do feel like she understood what that was all about. She's amazing. I've always felt that way. That's the truth of the matter, but no one will believe that. Of course, we don't believe that because you yourself provided us the receipts that prove that it's not true. That's not truly how you feel. You, in your own song, dissed her, saying she can sing, yeah, but she needs to go to the left. She's fake, called her hoe twice. And then we just saw that video clip of someone asking you, hey, can you hold our magazine and shut us up? And you say, yeah, sure. But then when you see Beyonce on the cover, all of a sudden, no, sorry, I can't do that. Like, what kind of reaction did you expect people to have? And not only that, but you never publicly said, listen, guys, stop. This is all being taken out. Like, no, this is not what's happening, when these rumors were initially circulating. She thought that it would get her a little bit of buzz, some competition, some this and that. I think, you know what? That it was a label that put Keri up to this. And I believe that Keri herself even kind of said that the label was like, oh, you need like a really big beef with a big name, because it happens. Remember Kanye versus 50 Cent, this person, but like there's always some kind of a beef. Cardi, when she was coming up, they put her against Nicki Minaj. It just did not go the way that she wanted it to go. And she's not taking, you know what I mean? Like any kind of accountability. And, you know, the fact that she waited 12 years or so, or however many years, for Beyonce to be the one to talk to her, I don't know. It just makes her even more unlikable to me at the end of the day. I'm really not surprised to see things play out the way that they have here. But I don't know. That's show business, you guys. Unfortunately, especially when you are a woman, you always have to be pit against another woman. And it's sad to see, us continue to fall into this trap. And hopefully that's the end of it. I think that Keri has learned her lesson about these sorts of antics. And I don't see her, continuing with something like that again in the future. So I don't know, you guys. What do you think about it? Do you see a collaboration between Beyonce and Keri Hilson in the future, or is that a little bit of a hoop dream for Keri Hilson at this point? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions at in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.